If you have done everything right, built a career, stayed responsible, managed money, and still feel anxious, exhausted, or stuck, this conversation will resonate. Because sometimes the problem isn't money and it's not motivation, it's what we ignore while chasing stability. In today's Magnetic Women Monday, I am joined by Meena Shriram, a former wealth leader with over 23 years of experience advising doctors, CEOs, celebrities, and high performers, and now a founder of Live Your Dream Life. This isn't a discussion on wealth strategies. It's a conversation about what happens when success looks right on paper but doesn't feel right in the body, and how health, faith, and identity quietly influence our decisions with money far more than we realize. We talked about alignment, about leadership beyond control, and about listening early before life forces change. So stay with us. The second half of this episode may change how you think about money, fear, and your own choices. So let's begin.
Thank you so much, Meena, for joining us at Magnetic Women Monday.
I would say that it's my deepest gratitude. I have conversation with my Divine Mother, and I say that Divine Mother, whatever I'm going to do, I'm just an instrument. Every word, every action, every magic, every miracle is yours.
And that
So
changes everything. Then that you trust on that higher power so much, and you
yeah,
know that I have a backup. So
I
it
have a
just
back.
works out really well. That's
Absolutely. I see that this is one of the biggest shift from a corporate kind of a work style to, you can achieve a lot more in life because then you are not the brand. You are just a medium, just like that pipe that's bringing the
yeah.
water from the ocean to everyone's home, where
Mhm.
the ego drops. You're being humble, you're being kind, and with that energy, you can do a lot more. And I have taken a lot of time to even get this understanding. It's saying is easy, but it's a part of your being. When it's a part of your being now, the
Yes.
shift is amazing. It's a divine grace that's guiding this entire thing. And I'm tapping into that divine grace because this podcast, I don't know which that lady listening to us, oh my God, this shifted my mindset.
Yeah.
That years of anxiety, fear, worry, what they're going through. Can you
Mm.
imagine with once? And many times when I'm like in a state of confusion or doubt and I get a message, I said, oh, universe, you're so kind. You
Kind.
added to me.
So you have full faith and surrender to the divine energy. So a little bit about that. So how was your life before and what changed that you started to surrender and then you started to enjoy the experience of faith? What shifted?
The reason why I've done so many things in my life, like people ask me, you have done Reiki healing, you've done pranic healing, you're an
Yes.
NL practitioner, you've
Yeah.
also been a life coach, you already have 23 years of experience with wealth management,
Mhm.
managing all the top celebrities and doctors, top-notch doctors and CEOs and CFOs. Why do you need to do so many of the certifications? I would say that, this is the understanding that I have from all the learnings that I've had so far, that we are a soul. And this earth is like a school. But the good thing
Mm.
about this classroom is that the only one subject that's being taught is soul evolution, and everyone has something to learn in that class. So, unlike where we have physics, same textbook, biology, same textbook, the textbook is not the same. Our
Yes.
goal is the same soul evolution,
Mm.
and we all have our learnings. So my learning was like, so when I started, I was a very different person altogether. If you have seen me during my childhood days, I was extremely shy, lacked confidence like anything. Even to talk in the class, I had only two friends till 10th standard. Can you imagine? Your school is your best time when you are giggling, laughing, meeting, having so many friends. My life is just the opposite. Like what happened in school is happening now. Like it's a completely different personality. So my soul, I would say that had this learning to have power, to create boundaries, to
Mhm.
love yourself the most and have a high self worth. That was my soul lesson. And God said, so I went to corporate, like I'm a BSc chemistry student. I started my career with 20th Century Finance Corporation. Then I went to ICICI Bank for 8 years. And everyone used to say, Arey, ye to na retire karne wali hai. She's go take the return because I used to come, work, typical come to office, do the work, go back home. It was a rat race. And
Mhm.
I realized my pattern in life that God says, oh, this girl, na, something I have to do. Otherwise, she'll be like, she'll keep on going in that track. So,
Same here.
so I realized that God gave me certain minor health issues, not a major one, but for me at that point of time was major. The first problem that I faced was I gave birth to my daughter. My son was 4 years old. My daughter was just born. And there was so much of hectic schedules working in a corporate MNC bank. I developed rashes all over my body. The rashes were so big and so painful that I couldn't, like, even wearing clothes was difficult. I used to literally cry. And I think this was there for a few months. And then my mother took me to one of the Ayurvedic centers where the rashes got healed. Means the redness went away, but the marks were still there. And slowly, it got healed. That created a big shift in me. I said, no, I don't want to do this, 10 hours or 12 hours of work style. If I'm not come, I wouldn't have even thought of leaving my ICICI bank and searching for a job. So I said, no, I want to search for a job which has flexibility in working hours. So
Mhm.
everyone in 2008 laughed at me saying, have you gone mad? See, now flexibility is after COVID, flexibility
Yeah.
is a common word.
Yes.
But me in 2008, when I was seeking for flexibility of working hours, people said,
Mhm.
you're gone mad. And I was like, literally. So I tell everyone, I'm God's favorite child. He loves me a lot and I love him thoroughly. Sometimes I get emotional also when I say these words because that was a time when I was actually, seeking for help. When you are in a state of, a lot of pain, problem, and you feel that God listening to me. Why are you not listening to me? And I just bumped with my friend. And instead of asking her, how are you? What are you doing? I just said, I want to change my job. Do you have a job?
Wow.
I just want you're working. It's okay, even if you don't pay me, it's okay. I just want to work. The way you beg and you cry to that universe and say, and this was the best thing that happened in my life. Best thing. My entire life shifted after this. So that thing, that boy was not a problem for me.
Not a
Now
problem.
when I reflect back and connect the dots, so I tell people, any issue coming in your life, maybe you're distracted from your GPS. Maybe
Yes.
you have come on Mother Earth to learn certain lessons, and
Mm-hmm.
instead of learning lesson, you've gone into another direction. What will God do? God will have to give you some problem. Because only when we have problems, we start seeking for answers. We go deep in
Yes.
reflection. We take a break from all the things and we say, now I want to find answers to it. Yeah. So that
Mhm.
was the best thing happened. So that got healed completely. Like it just got healed. And I joined the wealth management.
Okay.
I'm not at all a salesperson. So me and sales, I never used to like salespeople because I always used to feel very topi pehnate. They're just like cheating and stealing people. So God has this thing with me. Oh, you don't like this? Me,
Let me take you
you
there.
love the let you have to in this soul journey, you have to learn this lesson. So I went for the interview and the founder said that I think you can do a good job at sales. I said, I've never done sales. He said, no problem. I said, I don't know how to do sales and all. I'm full in customer service for the last 9 years. I've only been in customer service. I think I'm good at customer service. He said, no, you are very good at sales. I said, but what is sales? He said, sales is nothing. You just have to be convinced about it. And that
Mm.
conviction, you have to put it forward to people. And I said, okay,
Okay.
what is the worst if I can't perform? He said, I'll put you in some other department. Again, you see, if I
Right.
had chosen it with a very healthy state and I was not looking out for flexibility, Ankita would have said no to sales. I'm not a salesperson. In my mind, I'm never. But when I did that role, believe it or not, I was clocking the highest numbers for my organization. I was the second highest in the company. People used to ask me, how are you doing it? The MBA finance, you're not a CA, you're not a CFP. How are you doing it? So I used to think, you're like that elephant. You don't have strength and your might. I always tell every woman that we don't know what we are. And I used to think, I don't know what is working and something is working. And I met Priyanka Chopra's parents in the year 2010. And my office people were actually laughing at me and saying, "You do you think she will meet you?" But because I was always on the path of doing what is right, I have
Mm.
that strong system that I'm doing the right thing and people need this money
Yeah.
management. They need to ensure that their financial details are sorted out. I think that energy, that aura of authenticity, I always give out.
Mm.
And all these celebrities, they are flooded with people and they always have people to take care of them. But when I went and they saw that there was a book written for doctors and they said, okay, why don't you meet? And then things went ahead and they became my clients and was handing the portfolio till the time I worked in that organization. So one thing I tell every woman is that don't get discouraged by what they
Yeah.
tell about you. You know, they may see a lot of things, but I believe I'm doing the right thing and people need it. So I was like, it's okay. How does it matter? I'm not bothered by what people talk about me. And I always feel when people talk about me, I feel, oh my God, I'm so successful. I'm doing brilliant. Otherwise, why will people have the time to even talk about me? So this was the best thing happened. And while I was working, I had my other lessons to be learned. So this one though, okay. So sales was one lesson I learned. I want to tell in this podcast, sales is not sales. It's all about putting forward your ideas, what you're absolutely convinced about. And we are
Mm.
doing sales throughout our life. We have convinced our parents to buy that bicycle. We have
Yeah.
convinced our teachers. We have convinced, our friends. Always the sales have been given a very wrong angle for us. So I
Mm.
want to tell every single soul on Mother Earth that please do sales because when you can put forward your ideas and if you're thoroughly convinced about it and someone buys it, you know that something is going right inside you. You know,
Yes.
that congruence that you have inside, something is going right. I would say that. So that lesson I learned. And then God said, oh, you have more lessons to learn, Meena. This is not the end. So the
Mm.
second lesson, God again found me distracted in my path and not following my things. And he gave me an eye issue on my left eye where I went to the doctor for 12 months. I have the bills also. And every
Oh.
time I go to the doctor, they say, I have given you medicine. I don't know why this is not getting healed for you. Now, like, so irritated because corporate 8 hours, 12 hours on the laptop, then client meetings, you can't go with the red eyes and the painful eyes and all. And again, I always come to the last, like, where it's either like if God doesn't come and help me, it's like you just go down. You won't believe I was eating something and my head, automatically my head turned like this. And I'm looking at this angle and I could see only one book. Like it was a bookstore. And I could only see that one book, Heal Your Life. I just walked towards that book and I asked that bookstore guy, is this a nice book? And he said, yeah, it's a good book. I don't know what prompted me to buy that book. I bought that book and I started reading. And let me tell
Mm.
you, I am a big, big devotee of Louis Hay. And I actually feel I keep on tapping into her energy to get a lot of guidance for myself. I read that book in and out. You believe it or not, once that book was done, one of my friends came and said, why don't you do Reiki healing? I said, what is this Reiki healing? She said, you want your eyes to be solved? I said, yeah, yeah, yeah. I said, forget it. What is Reiki healing? Let me go for it. It was the shift in my life. I did Reiki healing, and within 1 month, what the doctors couldn't solve my eye problem for 12 months. See, they were internally, I had an issue. Like my
Mm.
emotions, I saw certain things
Yeah.
in life. It was not caused by which the things which doctor couldn't solve. It was more on the energy part of it,
Or
which
the
was
energy level of misalignment.
energy level.
Mm.
So every time that redness will come, we'll give the drops, but again it will come. Again, I'll put the drops, again it will come. When I did Reiki, within 1 month, my eyes became fine. My specs also went away. I used to wear a very minor number specs. It just went away. I don't wear specs at all. So it just went away. So, what is this? Magic. And whenever I used to sit in that Reiki meditation, I used to feel that energy going. And I used to think, what is this like that? That lukewarm feeling of something passing through you. Like if someone just touches a feather, how you feel that feather touch on your body?
Yes.
So, and I used to go in that deep trance state.
Mm. Mm.
And that was a time when I said, this energy world is very amazing.
Mm.
Something is, happening in the energy world. And Then I did Reiki. I started practicing it. So that I think got me. Then again, God gave me fluctuation of my BP. So I think in
Okay.
2016, I went for a checkup and the doctor said, your BP is 150 by 90. I said, what? He said, yeah. I said, oh, how come? And that was another major hit in my thinking mindset because I'm a believer, I'm a very happy, satisfied, happy, content in life. And I was thinking, why is this PP coming in my life? So I went
Mhm.
to with a person and I said, let me see if this is an emotional, like maybe in the last few weeks, I had a very hectic week. He said, let's see if it's because of the emotion or do we need to put you on medication. So I went again into deep healing. Then I started writing, journaling. And again, I started reading. So I did my own analysis of my life and I found so garbage that I said, oh, I don't need it. I need to just read. I just need to release it. And I was always kind, but I would say that it became more deeper. It became more like being compassionate from your heart and not being too emotionally attached to a lot of. I always tell people that be the doctor who's doing a complex surgery. If the doctor sees a patient in a very critical state and the doctor is emotionally attached to the situation, do you think the doctor will be able to save that patient? No. So don't
Yeah.
be a patient in life. Be that surgeon who can save someone's life. So emotional detachment is very important. And we women too, it's very, very important for all of us because we are so emotionally attached to a lot of things. So be emotional, but attachment should not be there. Like even with money, the problem most of the people suffer is not because of money, it's because of the attachment that they have towards money.
Mm.
Attachment towards anything only causes you misery. And you won't believe when I started working out on all these emotions, I didn't have to take medication at all. I just worked on myself and naturally it just came back to the normal range. Because I used to keep on checking every month to ensure that I maintain it. And then it took me way deeper. God will send some message.
Same.
I just do that. I don't question so much. I don't even see how much of money the mentors are charging because I feel if I'm seeking something and the God is sending that person, then it's never the price. It's
Yes.
the solution. And money can always be earned. There's no too much of attachment with money. Because if you're connected to the abundance universal source, then
Hmm.
you're connected with that pipe. Then there's not the money will keep on flowing. That developing that faith is very important. But it took me time to develop that faith did not come instantaneously. I'll also touch upon that story. So what happened is that when all these emotional things, I found that being a very sensitive and emotional person, I had a lot of emotional choke ups happening, crying, feeling irritated, angry, and I think I'm just losing out my relationship with my husband, with my kids. The environment at home is like so irritating because I was so tired,
Hmm.
managing this, doing that. And then someone told me, oh, this NLP is happening. Do you want to be a part of it? And I read that book of Tony Robbins, like how a neurology can, and I read this book some 15 years back. Can you imagine? And I said,
Wow.
one day I will do. We have so much of power in the neurology that we can change everything like that. And one time I said, this sounds very interesting. And this lady says, there's an offer. Do you want to go for it? I said, see, I always wanted it. Did you get benefit out of it? She said, yeah, yeah. I didn't check so much. I said, you got benefit. I wanted to do it. So when I went for, in 2009, I did my NLP certification. So our NLP is quite different. It's not just understanding the text form, like the
Yes.
concept, right? It's actually doing it and understand first healing yourself and then helping a lot more others to get healed. And you won't believe I saw so many skeletons in my like so many. Oh, I need to solve this. Oh, I need to even clear this out. Oh, I'm so emotionally stuck here. Oh, I'll get so angry here. And see, before I went there, I feel everything is fine with me. I'm so happy-go-lucky person. What do I need to work? I don't think I need to work so much. These are all humbling experiences of life. I would say the more you go grounded, the more you accept. These are the things I need to work. I have a problem in this, or this is needs to be resolved. The fact that everyone have something or the other to get solved, ultimately, see, we have done some, I would say, pap. In Hindi, we say pap karna, sins. We have
Yes.
some lessons. Otherwise, you will not have taken a birth of a human being because only through a human incarnation you can, because you have a free will and the free will. helps you to decide what you want to do. Either you
Right.
work on the path of soul evolution or you get distracted, like how you go to school but you don't study and then you fail. The free will decide. Yeah.
Mm.
So for me, when I went to NLP and I said, oh my God, there's so much I need to uncover and release, acceptance did not come very fast, Ankita. It took a lot of time. But I would say that every time the test came and the test said, oh, you just scored 50% this time. And then I said, oh no, God, next time I'll score 60, 70. Yeah. Next time I'll score 80. But I was honest with my conversation with the God that okay, I thought I have conquered this thing, but I have not conquered it. So I say it's okay. Don't feel guilty. Don't feel bad. Oh, I have been trying for the last one. Because I see all these statements coming from women. You try once, it didn't happen. You try 10 times, it didn't happen. Then you say, oh, I have a problem. No, it's not you the problem. You have taken so many incarnations and there's so much of baggage of things to be cleared. It will take time. Like if you have not cleaned the house for 50 years, how much time
It
will
takes
take time to clean the house? But if you have cleaned the house one day before, it will just take you probably an hour to clean the house. So depending on the number of incarnations we have taken, we have loads to be cleared. So I tell people, if it takes next incarnation to release these load, I said, what is the hurry? Except because in this current generation, everything is, if the more you're stopping your evolution process, go
time.
deeper. It takes time to heal one aspect, focus on one aspect, heal yourself, and then go to the next one. NLP was a game changer for me. I would have not been an entrepreneur. I would
Okay.
not have been an entrepreneur because should have seen me 5 years back. When my husband asked me, he's my big cheerleader, my supporter. And he always says, you have so much of potential. You actually can earn 10 lakhs per month. And I used to say, my expression was like this, like thinking, when you're doubtful, how is the expression? And he says, thinking itself, you're so scared. How will you earn that 10 lakhs? And I said, no, no, Shriram, it is not about 10 lakhs. I will have to, sacrifice a lot of family time. I will not have time for myself. It takes a lot of hard work to earn 10 lakhs. I used to say all these things. And then I think from 2019, when I was doing NLP, I think a lot of things shifted inside me. And during COVID time, I was asking myself, is this what I want to do for the rest of my life? So, Ankita, one thing I want to share in this podcast to all the women, I don't know if they are in the stage where where they have understood their why, they have found out what they want to really do in life, but something is preventing them. Like for me, at top-notch doctors, I used to come to office at my time, leave at my time. I don't have to tell anyone if I'm taking a leave. I just have to put a message that I'm taking a leave. I'm not there for 5 days because they knew I'm a performer and I'll always deliver. I had my own cabin. I had the facilities. So that attachment towards, that power, towards that monthly money that's coming to you, that's running your show. And you have your own team of people. You have your own space, like you have your own personal space that you can work from. When all those things are there, I realize these are the things that's stopping me from leaving my job. So two things were stopping me. One is that constant salary that I'll stop getting in entrepreneurship. And I was
Mhm.
thinking, why do you need money for? Hardly anyone needs a lot of money. I have realized that during COVID. What we need money for is for all our wants.
Mm.
Luxury bags, shoes, luxury travels. The materialistic thing takes a lot of money. And I answered this question to myself then, Meena, if you don't get any of these luxuries, if you don't travel for 3, 4, 5 years, are you fine? International trip only takes a lot of money. Now, in India, you can travel, yeah, that much money. So I have it that I can always do that travel. Yes, but it's okay. These are all more Maya. These are all attachments. And I was starting my journey of detachment and
Yeah.
surrender. Say that and faith from that time. But again, that first thing got answered. And the second was that do I have enough to sustain for these 5, 6 years? And is my financial goal sorted? Again, you see how beautifully divine helped me. If not joined the wealth management, my own personal situation wouldn't have got sorted out with money. So why
Yeah.
I could leave the job? That's why every single woman that till that time your personal financial situation is not sorted out. You don't know how much of enough money you have. If you have not invested for yourself, you can't take the plunge. of leaving your job and doing what you're really passionate about. You can only take that plunge when you know, okay, I'm taking the leap. And for 5 years, even if I don't get a single rupee, my lifestyle, my nothing is going to get impacted. That is very, very, very important. And that answer I got. So two things I tell every individual, like anyone who's on the path to change and change their track and go into that place of yeah, is that look at what are your fears of not leaving your job. And second, are you financially sorted out? You're financially sorted out, you can always leave your job and try it out. And so I gave myself 3 years and I said, 3 years, I will not do well. I'll go back and do my corporate job. And with the grace of God, things have been absolutely magical, amazing. It's absolutely a blessing. So this is how my journey of faith, acceptance, surrender. And I want to tell people that being a coach, I have my own baggages which I'm healing. So it's like earlier I was in the second floor and I could only see this much what I need to work on. Then I went
Yeah.
to the fifth floor. I said, oh, I have so much more to work on.
Oh,
Now I say that I'm in the 45th floor and I know how much I have to work on myself. Because people sometimes feel, oh, you're a coach, you're sorted. No, no one is sorted. Everyone is working on their journey. It's just that someone is at the 100th floor, someone is at the 500th floor, and someone maybe is on the first floor or in the ground. But
yeah.
the perception of people are, oh, that person is sorted, I'm not sorted, so I have a problem. No, there's nothing like that. So I tell people it's not important to be right.
Be
It's
kind.
more important to be kind. You know, it comes from a place of ego, being right. Yeah.
Yeah. Very true.
So if the food is not very tasty, you can always be right and say, oh, the food is not tasty. But you can tell the truth by saying, oh, you took so much of time, effort, you were so thoughtful. You need not have to talk about that food, which was
That
not tasty. Talk, you
yes.
can be kind and you can be truthful at the same time. Because people feel, oh, but then I'm lying. I said, you're not lying. You're talking about the effort, the intention, the energy, which is what you're feeling inside your heart. But instead of talking about the kindness, you're talking about being right all the time. It comes from a place of ego, and ego is one of the biggest dampener when you really want to go up in your journey of abundance, love, joy, peace, great health.
Yeah. And this also give us a lot of peace of mind. I don't know what it impacts the person sitting in the front, but it impacts us more than anything. Yeah.
Absolutely. Oh, well said. As a part of a soul journey, what is a soul journey? To be happy, peaceful, give a lot of love, be compassionate and kind. Any spiritual guru, they are just talking this language only
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
born for that. But the
No.
materialist world, you feel no, this is not what I should be doing. My son or my daughter says, no, no, mama, you don't understand. Sometimes have to be like this. I said, no, bacha, you don't need to. I have more life experience than you. I tell you that this is just maybe 1% of the people. 99% of the people on Mother Earth are very nice. But
Very
when you
nice.
show kindness, they open their hearts for you. They're also
Yeah.
scared. Anyone to take advantage of
Very true. No. And I really love the way you explain that through your journey, you always had an open mindset and you were open to ask the questions that you had, like why I'm getting these problems. And that's why it was very easy for you to receive the answer. But usually, what happens, what our mindsets are, that when we have a problem, we dwell more into our problems and we cry about it instead
you.
of asking what is a solution. So you shifted your attention from problem to finding a solution, and that
Correct.
helped you evolve fast. So I think
Abs-
the biggest takeaway from the journey is, where is your attention? Where are you putting your attention? If you want solution, if you want to
Absolutely.
evolve, keep asking the questions in the places, because struggle will surely come. There will be a lot of
Abs-
struggles in your life.
Absolutely.
It's how you deal with it. If your
Yeah.
attention is constantly on asking for solutions, you will see that things align. The same way, like the friends approached you for something and you approached your friend, and then something just appeared for you. So this
Yeah,
alignment start to happen, and you'll see that magically your life is getting better and better. So
absolutely.
beautiful thing.
So here I would say that instead of asking why me, that question should not come because he's giving this problem for you to make you a better person. He's not giving a problem to put you down, to only make you a better person.
Only
And the
make you.
second, that God will not come in his avatar. He will
Hmm.
send, like today, Ankita to help me in my mission. Tomorrow,
Hmm.
it's a mutually, helping. So God
Yeah.
will send his angels coming to help you. As God has put that thought in that person's mind, and that person is approaching you. Because
Hmm.
sometimes you think, I want to call up this person, and that friend says, "Oh, thank God you called me. I was so low." And you were thinking, why did I call her? Suddenly your hand went to that number and you dialed her number. Like many times it has happened to me. I don't know why. Suddenly I was scrolling and I saw the name and let's call her up. And then she tells me, thank God you called me because I was so low. So it was
Hmm.
not me who called. It was God who said, talk to her because she needs it. So remember that God will always send his angels in different formats. And when
Hmm.
people are coming to help you, like it can be a mentor, it can be a coach, it can be a friend, it can be a teacher, it can be even someone unknown just comes and talks to you in a airplane or something, and you feel, oh my God, this person has just removed that, shown the mirror to me, and like, oh my God, this is what I need to
Yeah.
do.
Yes. If you get that impulse of doing something, just go ahead and do it. This is such a beautiful journey. So before we talk a little bit about the money and strategy, I want to understand your relationship with money in your earlier age. What was it? How you used to deal with money? What was the identity? What was the environment that you grew up, and how it shaped your identity related to the money?
It's a beautiful question. And I think this question will help all the listeners who want to listen because I'm sure when I'm answering this question, they will also reflect into their journey and they'll figure it out as to where they are right now. I'm born in a Tam Bram family. I'm a South Indian Iyer and very simple. So we are more culturally, tuned to value system, being ethical. We are God loving, praying to God, a simple lifestyle. That's what is the environment at which I was born and brought up, and where the focus was being well educated and working in one of the good companies, and that was the entire system was. Now, what I realized was I actually used to admire my dad a lot. I think I mirrored a lot of things from him. He had this belief. Now, he came from a different context as a child. Like now, as a coach, I understand this concept well. But otherwise, like someone would have told me about this concept some 20 years back, I'll say, I don't know if it really happens. So there's a concept of mirroring. Now, whenever you stay with someone for a longer period of time, you tend to mirror. Like, for example,
Yes.
there are people who stayed in states for a longer period of time. You see the way they talk, the accent is
Yeah.
so different. Like a person who stayed in Bengal will speak a typically Hindi, which is very Bengal influenced.
Mhm.
How do we get it? We're not going, someone is not training us to talk like that. How are we talking? That is because we have mirror neurons inside us. So this I
Mhm.
got to know from NLP is that if we are in an environment for a longer period of time, we don't have to consciously learn. Unconsciously, we are learning a lot of things because of the mirror neurons. That's how the simple example I gave that when you stay in any particular city, country, you tend to have that accent of that place, even without you trying to learn it consciously. Yeah. So as a child, what I did, I mirrored these beliefs of my dad. My dad always used to say, don't run after money. Too much money will make you unhappy. Too much money will make you lose your value system, will make you greedy. So
Mhm.
she would have had a context and a story. But what did I take it as a child? Oh, too much money will cause unhappiness. Too
Right.
much money will not make you honest. And too much money will also make you greedy.
Mhm.
And then, so this is the belief system. So it's like you're wearing a glass, which is colored glass. And then what will you see? You'll see everything. So this is a steel bottle. Okay. But if I feel the steel, if I have the belief that the steel bottle is not good, it will cause problem if I have water from this. Then what will happen? So the belief inside me about money was that of fear, unhappiness, like It will not help you be an honest person, because for those value systems are very important for me, being honest and being happy. And so all these things now, Ankita, I never understood it till 2020. It's only in 2020 when I did coaching and when I did my NLP, I started understanding my relationship with. Till then, I had zero awareness, zero awareness about my relationship with money and all. And then I was reflecting back when I was doing this session with my mentor, and I was reflecting back in my life. So from I started working in 1999 until 2008 when I joined this wealth management, was 9 years of my career. I lived in a one-room kitchen. So one-room kitchen in Bombay is a 400 carpet, where there's one room, there's one kitchen, and there's one bath. I lived in one-room kitchen. I had no savings, no vacations. I used to wait every month, like every month, I used to wait when that first of the month will come and my salary will get credited. And yeah, the life just went like a rat race. I was happy. I would not say that I was not happy. I was happy. The life was like a program. Go to office, come back, wait for the first of the month, vacations. Anyways, vacations I was not taking, but I didn't complain. But my life was quite routine. There was no evolution, learning, nothing. It was like program. And then
Mm.
when I did this money exercise with my mentor, and I realized that why was my life like this for 9 years? Because my fear around money was this, and my programming that I had taken from my environment was don't run after money, you'll become
Mm.
broke. Don't run after money, your kids will lose value system. And I went back to a lot of instances in my life, and I realized when I used to go, I told you in the beginning of the podcast that, when I wanted to join this company, you know what I told? You give me the job, even if you don't give me the salary, it's okay. So I was
Mm.
shunning away money all the time, shunning away money. And
Yeah.
I could see that in my salary. So although I was high performer, I was delivering a lot, but it didn't reflect so much in my salary. Why? Because somewhere I was shunning away. And I
Mm.
always used to avoid money conversations. If I have to talk to my boss or anyone about, give me the raise, I deserve it, I used to feel anxiety, palpitation in my heart. If I have to ask someone for money, what I have given to the person, at that time, I never realized that my body was giving me a signal that my relationship with money was not good. I never realized. I thought, okay, you're not so awareness level is very low when you don't do reflections. I was not that person at that time. But in 2020, when I was doing this session with my mentor, I realized these 9 years, this was my relationship. What? 2008, my situation was just the opposite.
Well,
Then I was thinking, what changed after 2008? I got my dream home in Bombay, which is absolutely luxurious, and I'm currently staying. Then I did my international vacations every year, and then domestic vacations, typically where the spend every year comes to 50 something for travel and all. And then I sent my daughter for US education, which is very expensive, extremely
mm.
expensive to an undergrad in US. And a lot of amazing things happened. We got our luxury car in 2000, I think 12, we got our first luxury BMW car. From a place, first car that we got was a second hand. 2008, it was just a different image, like how you become before and after. And
Yes.
in that session, I was thinking, what changed in me? I was the same person, but what changed? You know what changed in me? What did God do? He put me in sales. And in sales, what I had to do? I had to meet only wealthy people. I
Mm.
never liked the people before 2008. I used to dislike them from the bottom of my heart. I used to tell them they are very mean. They actually, create a lot of trouble. They don't give money to the poor people. They extract all the money. I never liked them. Never liked them. See, what you dislike now, God will never give you that. See, God is like that small baby. Oops. 2 years baby doesn't understand anything. You say, don't do this. You say, okay, mama, I'll not do it. So universe is like that small baby of 2 years. Whatever you say, universe said, you don't like wealthy people. Oh, I'll not give you money.
Yeah.
So one thing I tell people, universe has a different software. It doesn't use logic. It will only give you what you are comfortable with. You're comfortable with being not more money because wealthy frequency doesn't give you comfort. Makes you feel angry. Then
Yes.
universe will not give you money. And that's what universe did for 9 years because I didn't like wealthy people. Universe did not give money. But what did divine do? Divine said, oh, girl, I have to do something. So he made me put in space. I had to meet all the wealthy people. And I met all the wealthy people. I said, wow, I love them. They are so good. They are doing so much of good to the world. They are so happy. And then I had a deep realization that if your cup is not full, how can you serve the world? You
Yes.
husband are not able to make your monthly needs met. How can you serve the world? And I
Mm,
love with them. And I used to love their homes, their bathrooms, the way they used to talk, and the aspirational level. And I said, wow, I want to be like that. So what happened inside me? If every day you have to meet someone who's earning 5 crores, then what will happen to your mirror neurons? So
wow.
naturally, all the beliefs went into just flushed out from my sister. I don't have to sit, write, me. I didn't have to do anything. Universe gave me a very enjoyable way of flushing out all my money beliefs.
Mm,
And everything changed. I was the same person. My salary didn't increase, jump like that. It can't jump in 2 years, of course. But opportunities came, solutions came. And like even now, my cousins ask me that, how come you guys have achieved a lot more in life? We also earning the same money, but how come you guys have achieved a lot? So the thing is that because I started loving wealthy, I started admiring them. And I keep on saying I'm God's favorite child. So a lot of things worked for me because that faith, the surrender, the acceptance was there. And then, I now though I say I love money and money loves me. I literally,
mm,
when I do a money dance whenever money gets credited in the account, and I tell people, even if it's 50 rupees credit, be grateful. Because
yeah,
universe, that child, when a child gives you, Mama, Mama, this is the gift. Now, Mama knows that gift is only 5 rupees. But Mama will say, oh, what the child will do? Oh, I think Mama doesn't like.
gift.
So
Yeah.
universe, oh, I think she doesn't like money. I gave her 50 rupees, but she's not liking it. The universe say, okay, let me give it to someone who is very happy getting that 50. So,
Yeah.
so I get money. I'm like, oh, I literally, I'm in that, I'm sending that frequency to the universe. Give me
I
more. And when I'm giving money to anyone, I bless that money. And I
mm,
say, let the person to whom it goes, bless that person. And I always write down, I'm receiving it with a lot of gratitude. Stay blessed. Because you're sending blessing. And universe, when you go give it that frequency, universe says, she loves it. Let me give it back to her. And
mm,
let me tell you, Ankita, the kind of magic manifestations have happened in my life is absolute serendipity. Absolute serendipity. It's
wow.
like this year only. So the beginning of the year, uh, Picky is a very renowned organization where I
Mm,
wanted to do it. But in that organization, you can't approach them; they have to approach you. So I put an
o-
intention in Jan 2025. Said I want to talk in Picky, and I
okay.
just left it to the universe. And you won't believe, in August, someone called me from Picky Kanpur and said, I want to invite you to Picky Kanpur and do a workshop. And what was a workshop on manifestation?
Wow. That,
Life is so amazing. I tell people, it's so simple, it's so easy. You don't have
yeah.
to think so much, and it's not hard at all. It's all about your belief and faith. That's it. So
Mm,
these were my beliefs, and this is how my beliefs got changed. The environment was the same, but inside the switch just changed. That's how it happened.
yeah. So it's actually the more you want something, just keep enjoying it, keep dancing about it, and you will see that the abundance flows. You're
Absolutely.
more aligned and you see that. And the faith and surrender is the best part, I think, because you're not so much attached. So
Ah,
you are just seeing the joy part of it and not the stress attached to it. So you know that I want to do this, I want to have money, I want to interview here, I want to get this done. But then you are enjoying as if you are already doing it, and you are not attaching yourself, oh, whether I'm going to get this or not.
I want to just add one. This thought came very strongly is that, see, God will give you a lot of tests.
Mm.
The day you say, "Na, I'm surrendering," God will give you two, three tests where it will
Yes.
test your surrender. The day you
Yeah.
say it's going to be abundant, it will give you a bill, and you say, I just want 1 hour back. I want to be abundant, and you gave me the bill. So people don't understand that God is giving you a test. You will know your score on it. It's not testing you because it doesn't love you. It's testing you because it wants to help you to know your score so that you can improve your score.
Yes.
So if you say I'm abundant, how will I know if I'm abundant? Only when the God will give you a test. So you
Yeah.
won't believe. I'll give you this example so that the people who are listening, they get a better, deeper understanding of it. In Jan, I said this year I'm going to be super, super abundant. Even if I don't have money, I will do 10% of funding, charity, donation. And you won't believe within a week, I got from my spiritual teacher, I got a message like in the group, they sent a message saying that they're making a garden for deity Lord Vishnu. And so I go to Himachal to meet my spiritual teacher. And so here also now I got an invitation from their ashram to do a session for their women. Can you imagine like the serendipity of life? So many serendipities have happened. So I got a message saying that people can donate whatever they want to donate. And I had a particular bank balance in my account. And I said that God, I just said 1 week back, I want to be abundant, and you're sending me this message now. You won't believe I was dancing on the numbers. Like, should I give so much? Should I give so much? If I give so much, my balance is going to be so much. And if my balance is so much for business, then I can only run my business for so many months. What if I don't get clients? Then how will my business? You know how much of overthinking that happened in that for 1 hour. And then I said, Meena, God is testing you. Why are you thinking so much? I gave
Mm.
1 lakh as donation. And you won't believe my balance in my business account was not so much. This will only run for 5 months. After 5 months, what will happen if I don't get client? That 1 lakh I would have not donated at all. But I said,
Mm.
God is testing me. And I donated 1 lakh. And God has only given me more and more. The amount of charity I'm doing is crazy this year. I'm telling you, it's crazy. When I told my friend the number, the amount that I'm donating every year, she said, कहाँ से आता है तुमको इतना पैसा? Where are you getting money? I said, I don't know that formula. It's giving. It's come to me. And I said, whatever comes to me, 10% is going for charity.
Mm.
Because what you give back is what comes back to you.
Yeah.
And why giving money is so important? Because there's too much of attachment with money. Na? You see,
Yes.
people that food will give clothes, but you tell them to give that 1,000 rupees, 1,000,
Ah.
10,000, 1 lakh. That has a different impact in the
Yeah.
body. You do a credit card swipe, you see, you don't feel that pinch when you're shopping. You give
Mm.
cash discount,
Something different. You
it's
feel it.
very good. That's why people in the Western countries, why the expenditure is so much. Because it's swipe, swipe. We
Mm.
don't feel it. But when you have to deal with that money, when you have to write that amount in Internet King and you see your balance,
Yeah.
there is a hit. Happens inside you. So that attachment, how do you be detached? And how do you make that faith and surrender very strong with the universe? Where you say, I'm your child, I know you want to provide to me. Now God will say, There is a parachute jump now." I'll say, what if the parachute will not open? What if something will happen? God is saying, I have a parachute and it's being governed by me.
Yeah.
But still, what if? You won't
Mm.
believe it. And I did that. And the rest of the year has been an absolute blessing. So
Wow.
the tests are bound to happen. It's bound to come in your life.
Mm.
So the day you say, I want to do this, you're going to have a lot of tests. It's going to shake
Mm.
you in different directions, like that ride, which goes, it just takes you like this. So it's going
Yeah.
to be and then the thing is that it's only going to make you better and a stronger person. That's it.
Mm. Yeah.
Just hold on to the faith very strong.
Faith is important. You know that there is someone looking after you. That statement in itself is just done deal. You know that everything will work out. But then you
Yeah.
have to have that faith even when you are in a crisis situation, not just in the happiest moment of your life, But then when you're in crisis, like extreme crisis, you know it. Let's see what pattern God is trying to show me where I have to change. So just make some tweaks and then you'll see the results coming. And you are the very good live example of that.
Yeah. And the important question to ask is, what is the learning that I need to have from this incident? I think when we ask, what is the learning? And God give me the solution.
Hmm.
And then, so whenever any problems or challenges come, I tell God, ultimately, I've taken this birth because I have to learn something.
Yes.
If I didn't have to learn, then I wouldn't have even taken this birth. This birth is to learn something. Then, whenever the challenge or the crisis or problems come, I ask, what is the learning from the situation that I need to have? And then I start seeking for solution, and then I see people come and solve the solution. And let me tell you, everyone, you are God's favorite child.
Hmm.
Every single person who's listening to the podcast, they are God's favorite child. So the parents will always love their kids, that grandparents, parent, whoever, that entity or that personality in your family who always gave you love. They will
Hmm.
give you unconditional love, whether you love them or not.
Yeah.
So the unconditional love was always coming from the divine to me, but it was not reciprocated back. I'm God's favorite child because we will never differentiate between our kids. We will love our kids the way it is. But what whether we reciprocate back and we say that, okay, there is some lesson to learn. What is the lesson that I have to learn? And then you ask for solution, and solution comes to you. And in my sessions, when women come and men come and I ask them that, is this the first time you got help? They said no. I said, how many times have you got help from the baby till now? And they said so many. I said, see, it was not in your awareness. I've been held by divine instinct.
So many times, so many ways, but
It wasn't in awareness. I said, do you think divine will not help you for future? He said, yeah, he'll help. I said, then
what is the fear?
is the fear all imaginary fears? None of them will happen. 99.9% it will not happen. It's all imaginary inside your mind.
We take fear as if it is our friend.
It's very easy to change the language. Actually, we have been not taught in school at all. How do we even communicate to ourselves when we are in fear? We have been only
Very,
taught about success, getting first rank, being the
yeah.
first tutor. You see the teachers clapping, appreciating in the house, people clapping, appreciating. So the child, as a child, what we have understood, we will only get love when we perform. Why are so many people in the performance mode all the time? Because you will only get love when you perform. And we've also seen that when someone is very wealthy, they get a lot of respect.
Mm.
The soul will be loved irrespective of whatever you are. But our environment has taught us that you will only get love when you perform. Because we have seen now clapping, appreciating, congratulations. So we feel, oh, I need to be really this much. And that's why, we lack self love, we lack self worth. Because the environment has told us that if you are not this level, you're not good enough. They're benchmarks. It's not we have made it. And we are struggling to achieve that benchmark. And in that
Mm.
entire thing, our entire aura is shrunk. We lose our soul light. And then how can you vibrate at a higher frequency? How can you attract money? Not possible at all.
Yeah, very true. Mm. So, was there any specific moment, any client experience you have when you understood that traditional finance was not solving the real money problem, especially for women?
I was in the wealth management. What I realized with my experience with client, I used to think, how come this client is making 100 crores portfolio?
Right,
Same income level.
right.
This person is making 100 crore. Same income level. This person, all the financial decisions are going wrong. Look, create wealth. And see, I have a reference of meeting more than a lakh people in those 14 years.
Mm.
So I was, from day one, I was more like a psychologist. I was very observant about why someone is doing so well, why someone is so happy, why someone is so peaceful, and why other person can't be like that. What is the missing link?
Yes.
So what I realized in my career was the missing that management would have realized is that your beliefs, like this client, her beliefs around money. So I will not take the name, but her beliefs around money was fantastic. She used to love money. She used to say, oh, money is like money. People used to say, Arey, You can't just waste money. Like, you can't waste, like, it doesn't grow on trees. You know what she used to say? Money is paper and paper is on tree. So money grows on tree.
What a
Literally,
beautiful belief.
no, money doesn't grow on tree. She said money is paper, na. So paper comes from where? Trees only, na. So I said, wow. So she had this kind of a relationship with money. So I saw that 100 crores being built for her. Whereas this lady, whenever I used to go meetings with her, people are there to cheat me. That guy came and he cheated me on this insurance policy. I put this one, they said this one. So there was a lot of fear. There was a lot of distrust.
Hmm.
And the pattern of distrust, God wants you to move from distrust to trust, from fear to love. God will keep on sending you a lot of people in your life who will keep on cheating, 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 cheating till the time you ask this question, enough is enough. Now tell me, how should I solve this?
Yes.
The patterns will get repeated till the time you don't. And sometimes you take a lot of birth to even release one pattern. If you
Yeah.
really don't,
Yes.
all the people who have read this book, Many Lives, Many Masters,
Mhm.
would understand, how, every lifetime you take a lifetime and how these patterns reflect in the next lifetime. It's a beautiful book. Like, get a hold of it. Many Lives, Many Masters. Very beautiful one. So these patterns will get repeated. So in her case, I saw there was a lot of fear. And trust me, the incomes are the same. But her portfolio was not even 15 crores, whereas this lady's portfolio was 100 crores.
Wow.
So I was like, and the best part, I knew, oh, I should not do this. I should do this.
You can see clearly that, okay, what is working out, what is not.
Working out what are mistake this person is doing, what I should not be doing it. And
Mhm.
then I said, because I had that mindset of observing people and not from a judging point of view, but what is working for them, how I can help others. Like, I used to get that understanding. And this was one of the biggest learnings. So I tell people, we are like that mango. If the mango is not sweet, the problem is not with the mango. What you have to change is the seed. It is the seed that gives the mango. If you're
Yeah.
not happy with the money that is there in the bank account, the amount of money that you earn, then the problem is not the money. The problem is the inner programming that you have around money, which you call it mindset, money mindset, relationship with money, money beliefs, whatever name you give.
Yeah.
That needs to be, the seed has to be changed. Now, when you eat an export quality fruit, it is so different.
Really. Yeah.
They're different. The seeds are different.
Yes.
People, we focus a lot on the mango. The seed has to be changed.
It's
So
such basic and but we don't even realize it.
that realization is not there. And
Mhm.
I feel the realization comes only when you seek for answers. You seek
Yes.
for answers, you ask, I want solutions, the realization comes in time,
Yeah.
inside.
No, that's very true. Ask and it's given. You
Yeah,
better have to ask for everything that you want in your life, that the solution or any goals that you want to achieve. And when you keep asking, the way universe bring answers to you, it's better than you finding it yourself. You're just searching, you're trying to use so much of your mind, and that
absolutely.
mind is just working on your past patterns. So instead of
Absolutely.
using your past patterns, which you actually know it's not working it out for you,
Correct.
why not start to ask for answers and have that faith and see that where it's taking you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So
Very true.
have you seen any money patterns that women keep repeating regardless of any income or education or profession?
Actually, I would say there are three patterns which are very strong in women,
Mhm.
like the women whom I have dealt in my wealth management and the one that I deal in my coaching session. The first pattern is there's a lot of hesitation and fear and anxiety around. So, this I'm talking about the working women. Let's take two categories of women who are working and women who are homemakers. The
Okay.
working women, they have a lot of hesitation around asking, charging fee from the clients what they feel they truly deserve. Like they underplay themselves a lot. And the same thing I've seen in corporate career also. Like a man will go into the boss cabin and say, I deserve 5 lakhs. I need to get earning so much. Whereas a lady will go and say, can you give me 50,000?
Yeah.
So we underplay a lot, and that also comes. Now, what I realize is that why are we like this? That's because of a childhood conditioning. So if you see, then again, we go back to our family environment.
Hmm.
What does the environment taught us? That men will take care of the money, women
Right.
will take care of family and the house.
Hmm.
Our umbilical cord with money has been cut.
Yeah.
So what has been cut for 20 years? Like I'm assuming that we start earning at the age of 20. What has been cut for 20 years from our childhood till now? How can you expect a lady to be so confident with numbers and money and handling money and dealing with money, asking someone, give me 5 lakhs? We've
Hmm.
dealt with it for 20 years. We've seen our father, grandparents taking care of money, and we are fine with that. But what has happened was we didn't realize that that has created a lot of anxiety. It's like if someone tells me now, go and cook chapati and go and start cooking food, I've never cooked food. The amount of anxiety that I have in my body when I don't know what to do. But what happens? We see it as an internal thing that I'm not good enough.
Yes.
I have
That's
a problem.
yes. We judge ourselves right away.
We judge ourselves, I'm dumb. Like there are women who say, I think I'm dumb when it comes to money. I said, please cut this language. Cancel. You're
Cancel.
not dumb, it's environment. If you were in an environment where, like business house, you see women who have come from business families where on the dinner table discussions where they discuss about money. You see those women are very confident. Women who are from wealth management careers, they're dealing with money. They are not scared of money. But
Right.
99% I would say that women are scared of money because of the environment that we had. So rather than saying I'm not good enough, you can always say, oh, it's my environment that
Yeah.
didn't teach me, but I can learn it. Have a
Yes.
coach who teaches you on it.
Hmm.
We are in an era where the solution for anything and everything. We are in
Hmm.
a life in an abundance era. You
Right.
ask and that coach is available. You ask and that therapist is available. You ask and that solution is available. Different formats: EFT, pranic healing, Reiki healing. You just ask and the solution is there. You just have to search the right person who vibrates and connects with your energy. So this one pattern that I have seen that women underplay, and that comes from this space of conditioning that we have. The second,
Yeah.
I see that women who are on the path of spirituality, I see now the world being divided into two very strong groups. One, even very young, a lot of youngsters are very spiritually inclined because when I go for all these pranic healing retreats and energy work, I see a lot of youngsters coming at the age of 22, 25. I was thinking I didn't have an understanding of energy. Like someone would have said, I was like, what is this? Like, I was like, the world is shifting towards that. So one
Yes.
group is extremely like spiritual. They want to know about themselves. The other group is quite materialistic. Okay. Nothing wrong in
Hmm.
it, but these two groups I see. Now, women who are very spiritually inclined, they feel it's a sin to, so they have this conflict. I'm very spiritually inclined, but I want to earn for 5 lakh. Is it right? Am I being greedy? Why should I ask for money when I'm spiritually inclined?
Yes.
I said, all these spiritual religious places, one thing we have to understand that wherever money is not there, that place doesn't grow or prosper at all.
Yeah. Very
Wherever
true.
wherever women are not respected, even that place growth doesn't happen.
Yeah.
You see history, you go back to history. We don't want to go in the detailing of it. We have a lot of references on it. Go back to
Yeah.
history. You see, wherever women have not been respected, wherever money has not been considered sacred, that place has never flourished. And then I tell women that in our culture, this energy has a god form, goddess Lakshmi. So you want to say Goddess Lakshmi, thinking about Goddess Lakshmi will make you greedy? No. I said, then that's what you're trying to say, na? So money energy, you say that if I have money energy, I'm going to be greedy. So you want to say that aspiring for Goddess Lakshmi will make you greedy, then she will not have a divine form in the first place.
Yeah.
If it's greed, then she will not have a divine form. I said, then how is this two matching?
Yeah.
Why? thought is coming? Because as a child, we have been told
Yeah. Don't be greedy about it. Be
ask for money.
fair.
Too much money will make you,
Yeah.
on the wrong path.
Yes, that's the point I hear a lot.
Yeah. Too much money will put you on the wrong path. You will have wrong habits. You go off path. You will
Mm,
lose value system. They see one person in the world doing this. So our brain has a concept of generalization. In NLP, we say generalization. So what happens if an incident happens with you two times? Like suppose if you go to a new country and someone cheated you, you go to second time to that same country and someone cheated you, you come back and you say this country na everyone
yeah.
is a
Yeah.
someone else would have gone and they had a great experience. So that is your reference. Now, what happens is that if this person is a powerful influencer person, then people will start believing what he or she is saying.
Mm.
Yeah. And then we will not see if that crores of people have the same trait. We see that one person and we make that strong belief. So this is an advantage of the brain also that you can always change. You can change your belief. Like one belief, a good belief can help you in all areas of life. Whereas
Right.
at the same time, you have seen someone because they had a lot of money, they were not spiritual, they were not doing kindness, they went on the wrong habits and all. And then you make this conclusion that money and spirituality don't go together.
Yeah, and also I've heard from people saying that feel satisfied, why you want more money. Just whatever you have, you feel satisfied with. But that's where I want a little bit of your knowledge and understanding related to money, feeling satisfied and asking for more. What do you think the mindset is here?
I would say that whatever, see, when we have come as a human form, we have our wants and needs. Let's be very clear on that. We
Hmm.
have our wants and needs until the time those wants and needs are not fulfilled. They say, na, like if you read Bhagavad Gita, it says that there's a line which says that the time when we are dying, that last minute, the last breath, if someone the body they have that desire, they will come back as another reincarnation. So
Hmm.
we all have our wants and needs, and that's the reason why we have taken a birth. So let's accept it. Okay, let's not live in the conflict of being like you have taken a human form. You have to do your duties, your responsibilities, and for that you need money. And those are linked to your needs and your wants. Now, satisfaction levels for everyone is different. Now, when they say satisfaction, their meaning is different, our meaning is different. Okay. So,
Right.
first, I will come to this point. Okay, whatever our wants and needs, we need to fulfill it and
Hmm.
go all out to do it. For someone else, they will feel, oh, like in my family, being a Tambram, we are quite simple. Our homes are quite simple. But my home is like we have done a bit of like, I like the space to be nice, giving
Yeah.
nice energy, some
Yeah.
expensive artifacts and all. So they feel I'm very flashy because I have some expensive artifacts in my home. And I've
Hmm.
done my home a little bit differently compared to a typical South Indian family. So some of my relatives actually called me, oh, they spend a lot of unnecessary money. Now I have a choice. Either I get hurt and I
Hmm.
downgrade my lifestyle, or I say that, that is their belief system. It's fine. They have their own experiences, and based on their own experiences, they have the right to have that belief system.
Yes.
They have the right to have, I have the right to have my own belief system. And that's what makes you a strong personality. Otherwise, everyone will see you like this, like this. Oh, this no, you'll go here. Oh, someone is saying like this, go here. So keep on juggling between here and rather than doing that, if someone is saying be satisfied, maybe they had a bad experience with money and they have not healed their relationship money and they're telling their story. Now,
Hmm.
you want to hear the story and run your life based on you want to like it's like you're sitting in their car and you are letting them drive your journey. Do that.
Hmm.
Or you take your own car and have a driver where you can instruct the driver, or you drive the car, say, this is what I want.
Yeah,
The
that's
choice was
the
the
choice is us. That's very
choice.
important point that you have to remember that you are not getting impacted by the outer noise, and you know that I have my beliefs, I have my system that is working out. So do not get impacted from the outer noise.
This one very important thought that came, which I think I should mention when it comes to your needs and your wants. What is the important check that we need to do is that, are you needing and wanting from a place of proving someone, from a place of ego, or you want it from a place of joy? It gives you absolute joy and peace, even if the Louis Vuitton bag. For others, it can be you're doing a show off. But if that is something you always desired as a child, go all out and buy it out. So
Yeah.
you have to always ask this question: are you buying to prove to someone? Then it will only cause you a lot of misery and a lot
Yeah.
of, at some point it will give you a lot of pain. But if you're doing
Mm.
it, it gives you joy. Please go all out and
Yeah.
let all your needs and all your wants be satisfied. Because if that is not satisfied, you know how many incarnations you'll have to keep taking.
So
Not
better
worth
sort
it.
it out now.
To sort it out. And whenever anyone tells their story, you have to tell it in your mind. It is their story, not mine.
Not mine.
Don't make someone else the main hero of your movie when you are the main character of your movie. You are the
Mm.
hero of your movie, but what you have done, you have given the remote control of your life to so many people, and they press the button and you start reacting to
Yeah.
it. Take the remote control from them and you just say, thank you for your suggestion.
Yes. That's
Thank
what
you.
I always say to my daughter as well, that take just suggestions from everyone, but you have your own idea, stick to it. If you feel that it's good to have brilliant minds giving you good suggestions, pick and choose, but then stick to what you want instead of getting influenced. I want to do this because she's doing it. I want to do this because she's saying that. So that makes a really big
Really, a lot of difference. And most important now, that there will be mistakes, you will make mistakes, you will fall down.
yes.
Otherwise, that auntie will say, listen, I told you. So before you do it, you tell your mind, I know I'm going to make mistakes.
Very
I'm going
true.
to fall down.
Don't
Then you
expect that you will be flourishing, whatever you're doing, you will get 100% result. You will fail. That's fine. That's fine. So,
absolutely.
yeah, your
And auntie gets that power. The auntie
yeah,
gets the power. She says that I told you, you didn't listen to me. And because you have not processed that emotion, you say, oh, that auntie was right. And again, you feel
and there's so
very
much joy in saying that, you know,
yeah.
happens. When you look at their face, you're like, oh.
Uh, so I just, my heart chakra opens and I give pink light to their heart and I fill the entire body with divine light and said, oh, let there be peace. I just keep giving and just like nodding, and but my heart is open to give them love and peace.
Yeah. So you often say that when our relationship with money is unhealthy, we block abundance. So what are the
Yeah.
2 or 3 emotional behaviors women don't realize they are repeating that quietly block their money flow?
We women now, we only pray to Divine Mother, Ma Lakshmi, once a year, Diwali.
Mm,
Everything. I tell, why do you pray only when you don't have a love relationship with the money? Why do you pray? 1 year out of 365 days, you pray for that one day. And the rest of the 364 days, you say, money is bad, money is evil, money will make me greedy. That is one emotional behavior that is there. And that is not because they have taken it, it's the environment that has given them.
mm,
I tell women, then don't pray. Diwali, don't please pray. This is all humbug. Like you're praying to God, but the back of the mind, you don't believe money is a great thing in your life. And you want to go for it, aspiring it. And also, I think many times the awareness is not there. Now, like right now, when we are doing this podcast, the awareness is going to come in a lot of women. That awareness is not there that this pattern is getting repeated in life.
yeah.
So that is one. The second, I have seen that. See, whenever I do all these sessions, I put an energy healing on money, I put manifestation on money, I get a lot of registration from women. But when I put concepts like budgeting, how to do risk management, I hardly see women coming for those sessions. And I tell men, what do you think? You want to be wealthy just by doing manifestation? No. It's like God gives you 1 crore or 10 crores. If you don't know how to manage it, how to
Mm,
handle it, how to take care of it, do you think you will be wealthy?
yeah, you will be in constant stress.
It's like, I'll give an example. If between you and me, okay, it's like we for first time we interacted, we know each other, okay. Only when I like you, I will want to call you. I want to gift you. Then slowly, slowly, the likeness will go deeper, deeper, deeper. With money, what is happening? One day we are praying to Divine Mother, Ma Lakshmi, saying, please give us prosperity, abundance. We do we do all the puja and everything. The 364 days, you're saying, no, money is. How will money, your relationship with money is not good. So similarly, it's the same thing. If in a relationship with someone is good, you see that relationship actually blossoms. So it's the
Mm,
same thing
yeah.
with money. If your relationship with money is not good, how will you attract abundance? And management part, so women are running away from money management. I saw in wealth management also. In my wealth management, I was actually surprised. Women actually found that as an extra activity to be done. They said, I'm already managing house, kids. You're telling me to manage money? Let one thing my husband manage. I said, you're giving the most powerful thing to be managed
Powerful.
by him.
Yeah.
And also, what I understood that, see, this entire money is a language of Mars, dominated by the masculine energy.
Yes.
If you go to Mars, they will talk their language. Now, you don't expect them to talk the language of Venus, from where we have come from. We
Yeah.
have come from Venus, and men have come from Mars. So, all this while men enjoy this because they love this managing money, taking care of money, growing money. That's why money comes to them a lot. So, one of
Yeah.
the big emotional problem is we don't enjoy managing, taking care, growing wealth, understanding about money management in depth. As a
Yeah.
result, it comes to us and it also goes because there's no love relationship for it to be there in your life for a longer period of time. Things will stay, a relationship which is a love relationship will stay with you for a longer period of time. Agree with me, Ankita? Correct?
Very true. Yeah.
This is a love
Unless
relationship.
you have that wholesome knowledge, you won't be able to manage it the way, and you don't feel empowered.
Yeah, I don't feel empowered at
You
all.
just know that I know how to earn. You know how to get that into my bank account. But what's next? How to
Yeah.
grow it? How to make sure that you have an emergency fund with you? How to, invest here, there, and how you're taking care
Achieve
of
your
your fund,
goals.
planning it. You do not
Yeah.
have the wholesome knowledge, and you say that I want to get empowered. No, you won't be able to.
And that's why I tell women the women are still seeking abundance. You
Yeah,
see, a lot of
yeah,
women, they're seeking abundance, prosperity, manifestation. You will get money, but the money will also go away because you don't know how to manage it, how to take care of it, how
yeah,
to grow it, and how to help you achieve your financial goals, your dreams. So money will come, money will go. Money will only stay with that person who knows how to take care of that money.
take care of
So it
it.
needs that love, it needs that respect, it needs that care. And that
Yeah,
only comes when you have a heart where you love that energy so much.
yeah,
So this is a very big emotional block with women. Very big emotional block.
yeah,
Emotions around money, running away from money management. Because of it, the wealth and also the reason why women also run away from money management because the jargons that's being used from the Mars language. Okay.
yes,
So if they have handled it, they will going to talk their language only. Na? We women have to handle it, then we'll start talking Venus language. And that's what I do in my sessions. I talk the language of Venus. And women
mm.
say, oh my God, this is not so difficult. Why did they make it so difficult? I said,
Make
they
it,
didn't make it. They were just talking their language.
yeah,
It's like if I go to Tamil Nadu, the first when I get down from the airport, they'll talk in Tamil. And then I'll say, oh, if I know Tamil, I'll talk in Tamil. If I don't know Tamil, I'll say, no, no, let's talk in English. Okay.
yes,
So it's like that. And they
yeah,
find that makes them feel it's too complex. But actually,
yes,
it's not complex at all. It's very simple, very basic, very easy. And that's my entire mission is all about delivering in a language that is so comfortable for women that women feel, oh, this
yeah.
is
This is
easy.
as easy as
As
taking.
easy like anything.
Yeah, I need.
Absolutely. And that's my mission also, Ankita. I feel so strong.
No, definitely. I can see from the way you understand every aspect of money. I can say that it's just your biggest passion.
And that I left my job also for that because I felt, okay, this is giving me my needs and all, but you know, am I creating that bigger impact in the world?
Yeah. So when women come to you saying that I financial freedom, but I feel stuck. So, how do you personally sense that what's missing in them first? Is it their mindset? Is it their money management or environment? And why?
In NLP, we there's a concept that says that the what you speak. So
Mm,
somehow I've been trained to know that what you speak, it talks a lot about where you need help. So first is that there's a form that I make them fill up the form so that they are able to reflect and
yes.
write about it. They go a bit deeper. And then when the first discovery call that I do, the way they speak, I just say, "What are your challenges?" So I ask very open-ended question because I want unconscious to tell me where are they stuck and what is important for them. In our life, there are 20 things to be solved. But in 1 year, I can't solve all the 20 things. What are top three things that I want to solve this year? So then they choose out of the 20 because for someone, this is important. Yeah. Like for someone buying that Mercedes is important. For someone, Mercedes is not important. It's like my child's education is more important. So emotions are the same, but the achievements are different. Okay. So I try
Mm,
to understand where is this emotion coming from?
from
Why is it so important to get that Mercedes? Is it that
yes.
of joy? Is it based on ego? And if it's child's education, like why is it so important? Is it that there's a financial crunch in the family, or maybe the husband is not working, or the child is brilliant, but they fear that, they will not have enough money for the child's education, or
Mm,
they're already 55 and they are very scared. Do they have enough money for their financial freedom? So the conversations, because I'm trained in understanding the language patterns of people, I understand, oh, this is towards mindset, oh, this is towards helping them towards budgeting and helping them understand how they can create the emergency fund, how they can repay their debt, how they can help with the risk management options that's available. So
mm,
that gives me an idea where they are. And I tell them that at this point of time, whatever I'm understanding, this is where you are. And they say, yeah, absolutely 100% bang on. Like, this is the way how I go about it. Yeah. So
yeah.
my
So
learning actually helped me out to understand this more clear.
yeah. So instead of asking how to fix themselves, you help them locate their constraints.
Constraints, yeah. They only have to find out the answer. I just guide with questions. That's it.
Constraints.
Like how you're guiding me with questions. And I'm like speaking, I'm just pouring out my thoughts. So
Yeah.
because the answers are there. It's just that you just say, oh, right now, this is this, and this is this. Correct, correct. What you're saying is correct.
Yeah.
And that is
True.
a better way of doing it because when it comes from them, they are convinced 100% to work on.
Yes. Yes. And that's make a difference because when it's coming from them, when they have like self realization, then they
Yeah,
realize, okay, I have
yeah.
to work on this.
Work on it. That
Because
is it.
sometimes, because somebody else points it out, their self esteem, self image, come in the front. They're like, no, I'm not like that. But then when it comes
Yeah,
from themselves, they're like, oh
absolutely.
no, I have to work on
They
this.
have to work on it.
So that's a very
Absolutely.
beautiful way of bringing things out from them and then
Out
help
from
them
them.
work.
Yeah. And
Mm.
also now there are two concepts that can be worked out. It's like you do future pace. Like you say that if this doesn't get solved in your life, I want you to see what will happen in the coming 3 months, 6 months,
Wow.
1 2 years.
Wow.
Some people I see in the body like they're getting shrunk.
Oh, that's scary. This is scary.
So because it's a very good NLP technique which tells you that if you don't solve it now, this is the
Mm.
impact that will happen to you
Oh.
in life. And
Mm.
they also understand the importance of solving it. See, our brain is designed in a manner that till the time we don't understand why it is so important to solve this thing, it
Right.
will not give motivation to solve it.
Yes. Yeah, true. So first you're
You know,
doing diagnosis and then realizing them if you're not fixing it, see what's going to happen in next 1 year, 6 months. So wow, that gives a lot of motivation currently to work on it, start
correct.
working on it. But then many women start budgeting, saving, and investing, and then they suddenly stop. So, from
Mm.
your work, what usually breaks consistency? And what are the first few things that help rebuild this?
Whenever you do budgeting, they think it's a one time activity. They think I have done it once. Now
Mm.
it is the job of my financial coach or advisor to take care of it.
Yeah.
It is not their job. It is like you're managing your home. You may have helpers to take care of the home, but ultimately you are calling the shots. You know about your family. You know about what food they want. Probably they're just cooking it, but
Mm.
you are calling the shots. Your financial advisor, coaches are also like that. You are calling the shots. So in the mind, I make them realize that this is not a one-time activity.
Mm.
It has to be done regularly,
Consistent. Mm.
consistently. And if it is not done, if you don't have the right person as your financial advisor coach, start searching for a better one. Simple solution. Just look out for a better one. That's it. This is the reason why, people just do once. This can be one of the reason. Other one is that sometimes I see lack of motivation. They're not very clear why I should do, how this will help me. Maybe someone has not done that future pacing of showing them that if you don't
Yes.
achieve this goal, yours
Yeah.
at the see will be this is what will happen. See, that's what you have to combine both energy world and the management world together.
Yes.
Otherwise, it's pure numbers that sometimes become very dull and dry, you know. Because we are emotional beings. We take decision from a very emotional space. We don't take any logical and rational decision. We actually
Yeah.
justify all our emotional decision with some fact. So we are being emotional beings. So that's when someone is talking about numbers, which is very dull and dry, you see we women have a very feminine flow. So
Mm.
there's a flow, and we like things which are in flow. We don't like things which are too calm. you know. So when things are not in flow, we are from Venus, of course we get switch off. That's right. That's absolutely fine if we get switch off. So sometimes the person who's talking about money is not giving that big picture about life. Well, the Mars people, masculine energy likes it, but Venus feels, oh, there's no flow, forget it. It looks very dull and dry to me. Let me not.
Live
So
this out.
whenever I talk to women, they say, oh, that person spoke and it was so boring, but when you are explaining, I'm so excited, I'm so interested. I said, because this is what I want to do. I mean, I've actually researched so much on it and how to communicate and how to make it so interesting. And I see the interest back. So it's not that they don't want to do. The communication pattern is not very interesting. Now,
Interesting.
let's accept it. We are from Venus. We love flow. We love things in its own form. So it just has to be presented. So these are the two reasons I have seen why women.
This will really help them pinpoint, why we are not acting on something which is the most important part of our life and where
Yeah.
we struggle a lot. So,
Yeah.
thank you for sharing that. So, a little
Thank
bit
you so much.
about manifestation. It is often misunderstood as a wishful thinking. So, what is
Mm.
one example of unhealthy manifestation with money and one example of aligned manifestation that actually works?
Unhealthy manifestation, I would say that, see, manifestation comes from a place where you're 100% congruent about having that thing. Where you're 100% like when I want to manifest this picky Kanpur, I was 100% think it will happen. I didn't think so much. I didn't doubt. Manifestation is all about when whatever you want in life, you're 100% sure it will come to you. And you're not bothered. You're not thinking too much about it. You just feel it for some days and you just release it in the universe and just leave it like that. That is manifestation. Now, what is unhealthy manifestation around money? I would say that whenever you are desiring money, which will only cause a lot of pain, problem, issues, that I would say unhealthy manifestation around money. Like, for example, the real estate belongs to three people, and you're saying, no, it should all come to me only. Something like and maybe something happens to them and they're not interested, but it comes to you. But as per dharma, it should be for three people, not just for you. Or someone say that I want to go to this promotion, I don't want this person to be there, I want to get that thing. So
Right.
whenever you're manifesting unhealthy money manifestation, those where what they're trying to get in your life is not someone else is getting badly impacted because of it. That either
Mm.
someone else's job is lost or someone else who should have been given that property or should have been given that money doesn't go to them. Because
Yeah.
Ultimately,
You're
what would happen?
attaching negativity to it.
So
Mm.
whatever you want to manifest, it should be good for you and for others. If it's
Yes.
not good for you and for others, then it is unhealthy manifestation.
Mm.
I will put it simply like that. So you can ask anything from the universe. Ask anything. So the first step is that whatever you want, like let me take this example of my manifestation. Otherwise, explaining, people will not be able to clearly and simply understand it. So I wanted my husband to have this BMW car. He said, you have so many, your clients are coming from China, Taiwan, Germany. You should have a proper car, because you send them to pick them up from the airport and then you take them out for factory visit and all. And then he said, let's see. Karke. So this was a desire I had, that I need a luxury car, BMW, this color, or that Persian blue color. I had this SUV. That was the desire I had. Now, when I had the desire, I didn't think about how this will get achieved. Will I have enough money? Will I be able to pay the? Is it good for me in this current context? Those and all. I'm not saying it's not important to know.
Mhm.
Somewhere when I desired this luxury car, at the back of the mind, I knew that I can pay the EMI. I know that this will happen. So when I
Mm.
desired this, what I did was I wanted it. Now, this want is win-win for my family, for the clients, for his business, for everyone. Okay. Now, this desire is, when I say it is aligned, is when it is a win-win for everyone. The
Yeah.
last step is that this desire, when it comes from a place of 100% congruence, I'll get it, deserve it. I need to have it. I love it. I enjoy it. And I tell people, when you want to buy a luxury car, even if you don't have money right now in your pocket, please go and take a test drive. It's okay. You don't have to pay for a test drive. Get a feel of sitting in a luxury car and how it feels like. You never know. You may get a big project and you will get that money through that
Right.
big. Yeah. So it is the why and the how that stops the manifestation.
Yes. Yeah. We think so much about how I'm going to get it. We
It.
work on our current situation. We see that currently I don't see anything that will work it out. Again, we
Correct.
come to that part of faith that you mentioned.
Yeah. And also we feel, is it fine? Am I being too luxury? Am I
Yeah.
what's too materialistic thing? We again that conflict is coming. If you
Yes.
buy that, I just see this way. If you buy that Mercedes, I'm just taking an example of BMW, you are helping that car company. Because you're helping the car company, he can pay his employees. Because he can pay his employees can take care of the family. The family is taken care, the kids are educated. Where
Yes.
where is the problem? I don't see a problem. If everyone says I don't want to buy the car, what will happen to all the
What
employees?
will
You are contributing to the economic growth and to, so money is a spiritual energy. Can you see how money has helped
Yeah.
so many people with one transaction? Can you see the big chain of help that's happened?
That's
So
such
the
a
good,
biggest mindset shift. You know,
yes,
you're not just keeping it so small, you're just thinking about the broader perspective. You're seeing
yeah,
the broader part. That's so
absolutely.
important. So, if
Yeah.
a women listening today and want to feel more financially safe in the next 90 days or next 30 days, whatever is the way you work, what would you say are the most important priorities she should focus on first?
First thing is that understand your relationship with money. Now, people ask me, how do I understand my relationship with money? Just reflect back every day, like take it as a challenge for a week. How do you speak about money to your family members, to your friends, to your colleagues? When someone says something, you say, no, no, I can't deserve it. Oh, this is not for me. Oh, I'm not good enough. I'm dumb when it comes to. Observe your language, just observe it like you're watching a movie. Like when you're watching, you're not so involved. Even when something is happening in the movie, you say, oh, it's just a movie. Correct? Even if someone is dying, you're not getting emotional impact. Oh, it's just a movie. They're actors, they're acting. We use the word acting. Okay. First is observe your language around money. Observe your relationship with money, which you can observe through your language. That's the first thing. Second is that ask yourself questions. that when it comes to my financial freedom, what does that mean to me? What
Hmm.
does that mean to me? Financial freedom, everyone says, I want to achieve finance. What does that mean to you? If I ask someone, what does it mean to you? They're thinking, oh, I've never thought about this question. For some,
Yes.
because now for everyone, I've seen the meanings are very different. For someone, it's like, I want so much 5 crores. I said, why 5 crore? Why not 15? Why not 2? Oh, I thought 5 crore. Thinking doesn't work. It's numbers. 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. Okay.
Yeah.
What does financial freedom in real language means is that you should have enough, so much of assets that whenever you feel that I want to stop working, whatever I work is my extra bonus, but I don't want to rely on this bonus. The financial freedom is that stage in your life where you have enough to take care of your lifestyle expense, where even if you don't earn for a single day, your
Hmm.
end, whatever you have created as assets will take care of your expenses. Otherwise, I tell people you'll be chained to your chair for the rest of your life earning money.
Yeah.
And see, health has a very beautiful cycle. There will be a time in life, even if you're very motivated, very passionate, your brain and your body says, I can't work so many hours.
Yeah.
He'll tell you to slow down. But because you don't have that assets, you're forced to work. And then a lot of more diseases come in the body because you're not loving something and you're trying to do it every single day.
Yeah.
So the second is that after you understand your relationship, understand that for your financial freedom, how much do you need? And there's a mathematical calculation that can follow. So, what are the steps of the calculation? How much do I need today? Like today, if I take financial freedom, what is that amount? Now, how do you know what is an amount? You will know by understanding what are your lifestyle expenses, food, and all your mandatory expenses like the insurance bill, the society maintenance, your phone bills, your iPhone, Amazon, all those things. Right on. Then comes the entertainment, like you go out in the weekends, you buy, you shop, eat, you gift, all those things. Then
Hmm.
there's your travel. You travel maybe once in a year or 3 times in a year or 4 times in a year. So these are your lifestyle expenses. Now, if that comes 2 lakh per month, then you say that, okay, my current lifestyle expense is 2 lakh. Now, what a financial coach and advisor will do is that there is a financial formula which will inflate it because today you are 30, but maybe you need it not now. You need it at the age of 45 or 50. So that
Right.
for 10 years, 20 years, they will inflate it. With inflation, what is your retired financial freedom nest looks like? So that number, suppose it comes for 10 crores. That is the right way of doing it. Because in our mind, we don't consider inflation. We just have an arbitrary number saying, I want so much. It can
Hmm.
be less, it can be too much. What is enough for you? How much is enough for you? If that number is 10 crores, then you will go back and say, okay, how much of assets do I have? Okay, I have this. So there is a net worth sheet that needs to be filled up by you completely. Now, what comes in your net worth is your assets and your liability. Under assets, there are three kinds of assets. Liquid assets, your savings account, all those are liquid assets. Why is it called liquid? Because you can always redeem it at any moment. Then are you
Right.
invest your stocks, your mutual funds, gold investments, whatever that you have done, are all your invested assets. These are invested for a reason to help you achieve your goals. I'm only talking about one goal right now is financial freedom. I'm taking that as an example. But in your life, there are a lot of goals like this. This is just
Hmm.
one. But the method for all the goal is the same. Yeah. So this is invested assets. Then there's your personal assets. Under personal assets, what comes? Jewelry, car, and home. The place you're never going to sell your car. You're going to sell your home to achieve your financial goal. Correct? You're never going to do that. Now, once you know your assets, then the financial coach or the advisor will map these assets to your goal. Now, here they will play the role of a doctor. Like when you go to a doctor, the problem can be the same stomach ache, but he doesn't give the same medicine to everyone. You take for 5 days, you take half the medicine, and the dosage and the medicines are different. We go to a doctor for that because he has that expertise to know how much to give. And he gives based all your allergies and all your tests. So a financial coach and advisor will understand your net worth and say this assets needs to be allocated for your financial freedom goals. That's one part. The second is that they say that, okay, you need to also invest every month. Where does that number comes from is your cash flow statement. What is cash flow statement? Nothing but budgeting. How much of income you have, how much of expenses you have, and how much are you saving right now. Now, if
Mm.
someone, like when I started, I saved a particular amount. That amount went for my goals. My goal was like that bucket. Every month, I used to put money, 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 money. So
Mm.
if I'm saving one, that one will say 30,000 will go for my financial freedom goal. Then 30,000 will go for my kids' education. 5,000 will go for one kid's marriage. Another 5,000 will go for another kid's marriage. Then 10,000 will go for my vacation. Can you see whatever I'm saving is getting divided?
Yes. It's
And
managed properly.
and that's where the power of compounding plays, which helps you to achieve that particular goals of financial freedom. So when you do it this way, you
Hmm.
achieve it. But this is one part of it. Most important, people need to ensure they have proper risk management in place. They have emergency fund that's being planned out for themselves. People don't think about all these things. They directly jump. They only ask how much of return will I get. That is a wrong question.
Yeah.
Your money needs direction and a purpose, and your
Hmm.
goal gives that purpose to your money. Just like when the water is in the dam, it can give electricity to the whole world. But the
Yes.
same water in the bucket will be used for cleaning utensils and washing clothes. When you decide whether you want to structure it well, just
Hmm.
like a dam, or you want to keep that money just lying all haphazard, random, which will
Hmm.
get spent anyways. So when you do this in this manner management, not only you can achieve your financial freedom goal, but you can achieve a lot of other goals. And trust me, what this gives you is peace of mind and lot of this that anxiety worry goes away, and you can put that energy into creating a lot more better things for you.
That's beautifully explained. And then when they start to act, what will happen is they will have more questions. And that's when your role will start to come because now they will try to approach you. Okay, give me a better direction. How can I do this in a
Do
right?
this right way.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
At least with this, they will know that these are the aspects that I have to take care instead of just one part that is just manifestation. And then when it comes to actions, these are the things that you have to work on and how you can do it. You can reach out to Meena for that. Yeah. So, any last message for all our audience listening to you, Meena?
I would say that, enjoy life. Be very happy. Don't be too critical. Don't be too serious in life. And, life is like that spoon and marble race that we have done in our school. The one who went to the finishing line with all the four marbles. So
Yes.
life is also like that. And the four marbles of our life is relationship, health,
Mm.
career, which is money, and our inner joy factor.
Right.
So the winner is that person who ensures that along with earning money, you also taking care of your relationship, health, and being happy and joyful. That's the message that I want to every single person. That
Mm.
ensure that you reach the finishing line with all the four marbles intact. So while you are in the journey of earning money, enjoy this journey. Ensure that all the four marbles are well taken care. Don't get too over focused on just money, career, which typically happens.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the rest of your life, all this money will be spent in health or why. So, what did I do? I've earned so much of money, but the money is now getting
We'll see
channelized
you in a
towards.
nice
Yeah,
hospital, luxurious.
yeah. That's the message of every single
That's
soul.
beautifully said. You have to take care all aspects of your life instead of just focusing on one. If only one part is being taken care, the other parts will start to drain the energy and it will take from here. And you'll see that now it's not only impacting those, but it's impacting this as well, where you're putting so much heart and energy to it. So thank you so much, Meena. Thank you so much for all your knowledge, all the energy and the wisdom that you have shared with us.
Thank you so much for giving the space to speak out.
If this conversation stirred something inside you, don't rush to fix it. Sit with it. Because sometimes the real shift begins when you stop pushing and start listening. What Meena shared today wasn't about money, success, or spirituality in isolation. It was about awareness, about the quiet signal we ignore, about the patterns we normalize, and about the courage it takes to choose a different way of living. If you found even one moment that made you pause, reflect, or breathe a little deeper, this episode did its job. I am Ankita Pandey. This is Magnetic Women Monday. Until next time, stay honest, stay aware, and stay magnetic.